about to show you the hardest cooking challenge I've ever done.
In this video you're about to watch, me, a chef of 20 years of experience, attempt to fuse cuisines no one has ever attempted to fuse together. Coming up with 3 courses, each course having 3 cuisines each, and all of these cuisines having absolutely nothing to do with each other and being completely unrelated. And if I'm being honest, I couldn't have done this without you guys. You guys voted for each cuisine, you voted for a featured ingredient, like, thank you for saving the world. I hope you're excited to see how I've used your ingredients. So, I combined all the cuisines, came up with the courses, hand-picked ingredients from around the world, and designed a menu that creates world peace. Yes, I am your savior. I'm Jesus Christ. But I'm not alone in this either. I have my cameraman here too, and he's gonna taste some stuff. So, with that out of the way, let's dive into the first course. A mix of wildly unrelated cuisines, determined by a 100-yard dash. We're gonna start the race. Let's go from here. Cajun, Scandinavian, and African won the race. But I want to explain a little bit more about these food types with you. Let's start with Africa. We start with yams. Traditionally, yams are grown in West Africa, in the yam belt. They're usually subtly sweet, with a little bit of earthiness to them. Combining this with Scandinavian cuisine's crispy potato roasties should go off without a hitch. Potato roasties are traditionally a Swiss dish, but it is often eaten in Scandinavian countries. And considering how easy these two would be to combine, this has got to be done. Now you may be thinking,
what about Cajun cuisine? This guy sucks. We all hate you. Fuck you, you suck.
well, here it is, Cajun. Shrimp is a staple in Cajun cuisine. I don't want to hear nothing about it, motherfucker. Now, I've never been there, but I have heard this from someone at some point. We'll combine the shrimp with a little bit of Cajun seasoning and a West African citrus blend of spices. These two complement each other extremely well due to the vibrant citrus notes needed in Cajun cuisine. So, we'll have a Scandinavian roastie subbed out with yams instead of potatoes, with Cajun shrimp and West African seasoning. Oh, watch out! First, we're gonna preheat our pan to medium. Okay, so here's where we turn theory into reality. So here is a clear outline of all the things that we have to do to make this dish happen. It's time to dice shrimp. I've got fucking shrimp shit on me. That's shrimp-tastic. Sauce time! Sauce time! It's sauce time, everybody, which means we're gonna make a remoulade sauce. Green onions in the sauce. Mustard in the sauce. Frank's Red Hot in the sauce. Lemon juice in the sauce.
Nice.
That was a lot. I just put way too much lemon juice in the sauce.
It'll be good.
Hellman's mayonnaise in the sauce. And to go with the fusion aspect of cooking, we're gonna add a little bit of our West African citrus blend into this. And that's a remoulade. It's yam grating time. Yam. Yam. Yams are an interesting vegetable. They are full of rich, sweet tones, but they're still backed by that earthiness. Girthiness, earthiness.
Fatality!
Keep going. That's yamtastic.
No.
Yams are full of water, and if you don't squeeze them out, we won't have any crunch on our roasties. Yams!
Squeeze the juice out of the yam.
We don't want juice in the yam. So, with all that out of the way, I began to season my shrimp. That's fantastic. It's butter time. But here's where I made a very grave error. By 1, not using a binder on our yams, and 2, not squeezing enough liquid out of them either. They began to fall apart. I forgot to use a binder when putting this together. As you guys know, a binder helps things stay together, and these are just falling apart in the pan completely at this point. Yeah. But I decided just to go with it because these weren't going to come together anyway and just mash them. I plated this by doing a smear of our sauce on the bottom and placing a ring mold on top of that with our mixture in, thus preserving the look of the Scandinavian roastie. I then garnished with a little bit of chives and a little bit more sauce. And you know what? I was still pretty certain that this was gonna taste pretty good. All right, let's do it. Some sauce.
Pretty good.
8 out of 10. This is not bad.
Well, 7 because it's too salty. And it's falling apart. And there's a fucking hair.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think that was hair.
I did put hairs in it. Yeah, it's fine. It tastes like Africa.
I don't think it tastes very foreign, but it tastes very good.
It tastes like Cajun shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get that.
If we were smarter, we would have made a bed of rice to just put it on top of.
Yeah, a bed of rice would have been good.
Mm-hmm.
But what country would that have gone with? Africa? Do
I
you eat
think they
rice?
use rice.
Africans in the comment section, let me know. Do you eat rice?
I don't think they want me to talk to them.
Cut. Go to the next one. Fucking go away. This is really good.
It is.
All right, that's the appetizer down. Not bad for our first course. But now it's time to kick things up a notch with our main course. So here's the 3 cuisines we landed on for our main. Texas, Laotian, Egyptian. Texas. It's a funky land full of people with accents, guns, horses, you know the works. But there's one thing Texas is famous for: barbecue. And cool horses. As pork is used in a ton of barbecue foods, I decided to do a main of barbecue pork burnt ends. But we'll be creating a barbecue sauce out of the staples for barbecue. So you got your ketchup, your mustard, your fucking liquid smoke, all of that nothingness, bullshit, sweetness combined into one sauce. And as many Asian cuisines also use pork, hoisin sauce, and figs. Figs are naturally sweet as hell. Being used in ancient Egypt as well as modern day Egypt today, they used to be a snack for upper class Egyptians. Yeah, fuck you. Class warfare. So, that'll be our barbecue base, but every entree needs a side dish. So, I've decided to use a fig goat cheese. Goat cheese being a nod to more Egyptian cuisine type style dishes, you know? Combining it with a popular Laotian dipping sauce called jiao sum. And we'll include our viewer ingredient in this jiao sum, which is Thai basil. I'll also be giving us a little side of pita chips, just like the tartare in the last video. And then we'll dip that in the little cheese sauce and it'll be an excellent little crunch factor for us. Man, I sure hope that pan doesn't come back and reveal to the next cooking segment. All right. Okay, now that I've shown you the dish that I'm attempting to make, let's just see if I can actually pull it off. Okay, it's time for entree time, which means we're gonna take this pork belly and dice it, but we have to remove the bones first, so give me a minute. Do I look like a butcher?
Kinda.
Time to season the meat. Mofo, paprika, soda rub, MSG, garlic powder, whiskey barbecue, and then we'll give it a little mix. Oh god, my hand's coated in meat. So now I place these in a 400-degree oven, evenly spacing the pork out so that it would get even colorization. Generally, this process takes about 6 hours, but I was able to pull it off in about 2. Figs. These are going into the barbecue sauce. They're gonna act as a sweetener for me. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. What is that? So that's not sweet. All right, back to it. We're just gonna add the fig pulp into the little pot here that we have. So the goal, I was trying to go for something that's similar to like a blueberry whiskey barbecue sauce. We're gonna add a little bit of this liquid smoke. It's probably good to add carcinogenics to your food, I've been told. That's way too much. It's like, because we're making such a small amount, that's way too much. Poison sauce.
Poison sauce?
Not poison. Poison sauce. This is a Laos staple. Thanks Jack Daniel's Whiskey for sponsoring this video. We appreciate you. We're gonna add some Irish whiskey. You know what? Let's go crazy. And then for a little bit of sour notes, we're gonna add a touch of citric acid to this. That was quite a bit. And let's just pray. Blessed our Lord for these thy gifts. I feel like this barbecue sauce is gonna be lacking in sweetness, so I think I'm gonna add a touch of molasses to this. This is fancy molasses, guys. Oh yeah, baby. I think molasses is Texas.
Is it?
All right, time to just let that go. I'll see you in 9 hours. All right, it's time to make dipping sauce. It's time to make Jiao Sum dipping sauce. So, a little bit of a warning. I am allergic to anything that's spicy. If I eat spicy food, I die. And considering there's this much fucking chilies in this, if I get hospitalized, it's your fault. You're liable. These are bird's eye chilies.
Bird's eye chilies?
Yes, they are. Knife, sharp. Corner! Corner! Oh, this barbecue sauce is simmering. Ooh. Jiao Sum. What goes in this? Lime juice. Juice of 2 limes. Okay, for this Jiao Sum sauce, next up, we're gonna add a fuck ton of fish sauce. It's like a lot.
That is a lot.
It says cups on there. Ooh, cilantro. Like this much. I'm a pro chef, okay? Viewer ingredients, Thai basil.
Oh wow, really fresh.
Yeah, I know.
There's roots and everything.
Homegrown. I'm just like crushing it. This cutting board fucking sucks. Sorry guys, we don't get angry here. MSG, like a lot.
That is a lot.
Sugar. Like that much sugar. What are you doing? Don't. Goat cheese for that Egyptian fusion. And then we'll just give this fusion a little mixy mix. This is gonna be interesting.
Observe.
So this is a sour and spicy goat cheese dipping sauce now with fig infusion. Ooh. Okay, how are these? Burning. Okay, this is like perfect spreading ability, you know? These have been roasted enough. Time to add on our barbecue sauce. We're just gonna let this caramelize to the top of the pork. So, after a 2-hour wait, our entree was finally done. I found this wood cutting board in a dumpster once, and I just decided to keep it, so we decided to plate it right on that. And all that was left is just to see how this thing tastes. Welcome to dinner, entree, if you will. Here we have a Laotian, Egyptian, Texas barbecue pork belly burnt end. Here we have Jiao Sum, Laos dipping sauce.
Dipping sauce.
Combined with goat cheese and figs. I'm scared to try this.
Yeah.
Because there's so many peppers in this. Holy fuck.
What did you do? Is it that spicy for you?
Yeah.
Whitest man on earth.
Written straight up. That's so spicy. That was not even like a second where I'm just like, okay.
No, I thought you choked or something. It was so soon.
Oh my god. Meat time. Ooh, this looks good though.
Mm-hmm.
Little salty.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's how I like it.
Mm. That's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like smoky barbecue. But, like more? Like there's something else going on. I'm really nervous.
I thought that'd be awful together, but that's really nice.
First good dish on Curse Cooking Content?
Insane.
That's craziness.
God damn.
There's not much going on with this, honestly. It's simple. Make this.
I gave it a 10.
All right, out of 10? How'd I do?
Like 8. 4 on its own,
Yeah.
but combined, that's a 10.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I really like the combo.
Pita chips just add crunch.
Yeah.
And by some gift of God, this dish turned out to be a 10. So we cleaned our plates and got ourselves ready for dessert. But I think I forgot to tell you what our dessert cuisines were. You may be looking at the world map and being like, whoa, that's not the world, Oliver. What the heck is going on, dude? These are where the cuisines are from. This was extremely difficult for me to come up with a dish with. Specifically because our viewer ingredient for this one was pemmican. Pemmican is basically dried meat that you've combined with berries and fat, and it makes a high-calorie, high-protein dish. And you just inhale that, and then you have enough warmth to last the fucking night because you're dying of cold. So I've decided to go with a bison jerky, and then we're gonna make that into a pemmican kind of thing. But we're gonna candy it because it's a dessert. But because pemmican's so hard to start with, I had to boil it down and go somewhere with this. Louisiana. Beignets. Have you never seen Princess and the Frog, bro? Beignets are known around Creole cuisine. Beignets are like donuts, basically. They're a little bit more fluffy than an average donut and no holes in the middle. So with that added fluffiness, it adds a lot of room for a filling. Alaska. Due to the indigenous nature of this dessert, by combining some bison jerky with some berries and turning that into a jelly, basically, we'll create something very close to a natural old pemmican. Now the berries, I'm planning on using gooseberries and blueberries, both traditional to northern Canada and Alaska. We'll turn that into like a jelly kind of donut thing and pipe it right into the middle and fill her up. And we'll make something close to like a jellied bacon donut with bison meat instead. This will be all native to North America. Wish me luck. Final course, bitches. Pemmican donut. First things first, we're gonna make a pemmican berry gooseberry jam. Let's go! I tried cutting the jerky, but it was a waste of time. Tearing it worked a lot better, so that's kind of what we were rolling with. This led to some larger chunks in the filling, but that's okay. Now, let's get some actual flavor into this thing. Now, before I added the sugar to this, to candy our jerky, I first added the gooseberries, then the blueberries. This would help dissolve our sugar that we add in later. Now all that's left is just to make the jam. And once our jam was the proper consistency, it was all good to go. And look, before I go any further on this, just look at me on the screen right now. I don't know how to make a fucking donut. I'm an idiot. Donut time. It's donut time. That means we're making donuts from scratch. We'll start by measuring out 1 cup of flour, half a tablespoon sugar, half a teaspoon of yeast, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, but we also have salted butter. So we have to think about that when we're doing baked good. 2 tablespoons of milk, 4 tablespoons of water, teaspoon of melted butter? What are you talking about? So after adding the butter, we're gonna just mix this for a bit here and let it proof for about 10 minutes. I floured my rolling pin and got ready to roll this shit, and when I touched it, it was dense like a fucking brick. It didn't want to move, like at all. But I decided just to power through it, because that's the best I could do. This is looking very tight and not airy. Let's hope things inflate. So I placed that bad boy into the oil and it sunk immediately because it's so fucking dense, and let it go up to being golden brown delicious, that GBD, DDD, DBDBD. And then I attempted to pipe the jam right into it, but the jam was so thick because of the jerky pieces that I ripped into shreds. They're just giant, so it wouldn't go in properly. And on top of that, the pastry was so dense that nothing would even go in even if I tried. So I just squirted it kind of all over the plate and just a little bit inside as best as I could. And you know what? I think it turned out okay in the end in terms of looks. It looks kind of like a minimalistic pastry chef made it. And I guess all that was left was just to try our final dish. Dessert. All right, what is this?
I don't know.
These are pemmican beignets with gooseberry and blueberry filling, all native to Alaska, Creole, and Native American cuisine. Canadian Native American cuisine.
Best ones.
Okay.
What?
I don't like it.
Really? I like it.
Yeah.
The dough came out like an elephant ear, and the jelly tastes real good. It's like a sweet bao bun.
Yeah.
Fetch me more jelly to smear up.
It's too meaty. It's got too much meat going on.
Once you actually get a chunk of the meat with the dough, it's really nice.
I haven't tried. I didn't get a chunk. I'm just getting meat flavor, like smoky flavors.
Fetch the jar.
Bam. All right, let's try it with some of the meat. Okay, it's better with the meat. It's like more of a thing, you know?
Meat flavored jelly is not great, but meat covered jelly is really
meat covered jelly is really good. Okay. It's not that bad.
That was pretty good.
Dude, there's something on the table.
What is it?
You want to show this?
What have you found?
There's something underneath here. What the fuck?
Whoa.
It's the Curse Cooking Discord.
Whoa.
I can't believe that was there. You definitely shouldn't join that and have your ideas put into the creative process for the videos.
Oh, shit. Sorry.